What's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing you all how to get every tape in Animal Company and unlock the entire map on the map machine. So there's a lot of them. I know where every single one of them is. So I will tell you guys how to find them all so you too can have the luxury of stalking every single player in the game. So before we do this, I want to say that some items can make this journey much easier, so I can't recommend enough to use them. First off, the local teleporter. The name is self-explanatory. You just go into the cave with this guy, you get the tape, you press the button, you go home. Second, a grappler. It's also self-explanatory, some of the best movement in the game, and so is the teleport gun. If you don't feel like using the local teleporter or don't have it unlocked yet, you can also use an umbrella to fulfill that same job. So first off, lobby. Lobby is pretty easy. It's right up there at the GameCube. All you want to do is grab some mobility device. So as you can see, if you go inside, you'll see that it is right here next to the GameCube. Now, we go on to the lab, or as many of you know it, the cosmetics place. The spot here is really easy to find if you know where to look. It just sits right here on top. And Backlots is right next to this, or Creative Studios, depending on what you want to call it. It just sits right on this table when you enter the place. Now moving on to the actual map shit, we have the lake. Now the lake is a bit tricky to find, and I can recommend getting some good mobility for this one because we're going underwater. So once you go below the bridge underwater, you can find this open container, which has a key inside. Now you're gonna want to pick this key up and make your way over to a different location. Now all you're gonna want to do is head up right to that big container up on the upper part of the ship. So let's get over there. Now once you're up here, you're gonna be seeing this container with a lock on it. You're gonna want to be using the key you found earlier. Any haunted house key also works, so if you have some in your stash, it also works. You're just gonna want to be putting it in, and the container opens right up with a single tape for the lake map sitting inside. Now, moving into the same direction, we're gonna go down into the vents, or dam facility, depending on how you want to call it. This next part is a bit dark because I didn't bring a light, but you basically just want to get down right through these hula hoops. Down below. And now you're going to be seeing in front of this vent access, if you just head down into the water, you can see the tape laying right down here. Now for this next part, we're going to go into service and brain. So for this next part, I can recommend bringing some stun grenades, as they can easily take care of the monsters down there. 2 should be enough. You can use 3 in case you misfire at any point. And you can also, in case you die and want to get back quick, you can just use a zipline gun. Oh, and you also need to bring a flashlight, I just forgot. It looks like they made this place much darker. you guys think about it too? Drop in the comments what you think about that. Now we're gonna take our flash grenade. And just throw it in. And run past him. Now this is the second guy. I can't give an exact route of this place, as it is kind of just twisting floors and halls. But generally, the general consensus is that the Fredericks, as I like to call them, or the skinwalkers, they always block the right path out. So now that we're in this cable section, we're gonna be walking to the end. Going nice and slow. Into here. And then make our way past this sewer section. Right into here. And this is where you're going to want to be going underground through this tunnel and up into the servers. And now this tape is marked pretty obviously right in the middle. So we're just going to go for that. And there it is. Now that we're back at spawn, we're going to be tackling the next few areas, being the 3 forest areas. And we're also going to include graveyard in this. So, we're just going to want to get going. I think that you don't really need a teleporter for this section, so you could just kind of freeball it. So, the first location is normal forest to the campfire, and it's going to be sitting right here. Moving on to the dark forest, being the little section between the haunted house and the normal forest, which is notorious for having the evil anglerfish plus red light green light combo. You can see it right here. We're gonna want to make our way past that, not get killed by anything on the way. Just like that, we have angered the angler, and it is gonna sit right around here. Moving on to Haunted House. It is right up on this shelf once you make your way in. Snack break. Now, moving on to Animal Company's newest area, the graveyard. This one is one of the easiest to get, as all you really need to do is get into the first room here. I don't know if this will change with the future rotations. Go into the second room, and then it's going to be sitting right up on one of these trees. On my generation, it's that one. Yo, bro, don't interrupt the stream! It's going to be sitting right up here. You can use a grappler to get this, and it is right here. Now that we've gotten a bunch of these tapes, we're going to be moving on to Mines and Hell. These two are pretty easy to get, I would say. It really depends on your skill. And for this one, especially Mines, an umbrella can be recommended because it is in a glitched state as of the time I'm recording this. It may change in a future update where they patch it, but whatever it is right now, it's definitely not supposed to be that way. So just you want to head into the first room, which is this big empty chasm, and slowly glide all the way down, where the tape is going to be sitting right in the middle in the air. It's going to be sitting right there. You just want to grab that. Moving on into Hell. Now, once you've made it into this room, you just want to proceed into Hell as usual. Jump down here. go through this little passage. Pretty sure this is always generated the exact same way. It is basically just the highway to hell. We're gonna be making our way through this loud-ass passage. You just wanna look for the one all the wires are leading to, which is that one right there. It also glows, so it makes it really easy to identify. Jump down here. And then down here. Before we do that, I just want to say that it would help so much if you liked and subscribed on this video. I am very new to the platform and I am trying my best to produce high quality content. Now, going on, you're gonna want to head down here into hell, where once you've entered the place, it's gonna be sitting right up on one of these rocks. It should be in front of the entrance. Okay, now moving on to another easy location, the cave. Or the stuff where you get goop. It really depends on who you ask. You're gonna want to be heading into the entrance up here. You're always gonna want to look out for these cracks in the walls. These are always the way to go ahead. It's really important. I'm getting too old for this. Anyway, you're gonna want to head on through this place, around the Labubus, as everyone likes to call them. Although they're like field dogs or something. I don't know what they are, but they are something. And once you've made your way through this passage with the little dogs, it's gonna be sitting right here at the zip line. Zip line's right here, going up. Okay, we're just gonna ignore the fact that I got blown up by a landmine I stepped on, and let's just head back to spawn for the next one. Okay, this time we're gonna check our progress. As you can see, I have the full map. Or not, I don't know how this works. But, let's head into office now, shall we? So, the two office ones, like office and office basement, are also pretty easy. As you know what you're doing. You're gonna want to be heading up into the main lobby through this elevator. This is the main lobby. You're gonna want to be heading through here into pretty much the first room. As you can see, it is right there. There it is. You can see it right here. It's on this table. The entrance is over here. We're gonna want to be heading into office basement now for the next thing. Just take the elevator. Now, the biggest challenge about the upcoming room/rooms is the next boss, the employee of the month, Jerry, whatever you want to call him. He is pretty hard to avoid, so you always want to, as soon as you open one of these doors, step back, because he could always be sitting here. And you're gonna want to slowly get through this location. Move your way through the rooms. No, this is a case of me getting jump scared by these guys. They can move through walls, so they're a great danger to your safety. On the ceiling, and watch out for them. Now I'm gonna cut to the actual location here because I'm probably gonna struggle and die down here. Now you can't aggro in the elevator, so you're gonna want to be safe in here if he jumps you. And I can recommend bringing a weapon, which I did not do. Oh, this is the location already. So you're gonna want to be heading through the second elevator of the office basement, or like the place with all the Jerrys. And it's gonna be sitting right in the center, right next to our sweet, sweet friend Jerry. Now, I suppose you can guess what happened right after I got the tape. Anyways, let's just ignore that and go on. Grab all the essentials. Well, for this next location, I'm gonna use this teleporter. And also bring a light for general comfort. So the next location we're gonna be doing is sewers. More specifically, sewers and foundation. And if I'm not mistaken, these are the last locations missing. Hell yeah. Alrighty. So these next locations are a bit harder to reach than the others if you don't know what you're doing. Which I most definitely do. So, now once you're in this first room, just make it past. Don't get hit by one of the vines. You can actually kill those guys if you grapple onto the head and then beat it to death. One side note, in the current random room generation I'm playing in, the location of this guy is a little bit bugged, so you can see some of his light leaking into the rest of the map. So you're gonna want to be making it into that room, through all these deadly vines, and jump down into the chasm. Once you're down here, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're gonna want to be doing the parkour up until this ramp here, where you're gonna want to be making your way over there where the tape is located. Nearly fell there. Here's a quick tape check for the cam. And now we are gonna be moving on to the hardest location in the game, in my opinion at least, the foundation. It's probably up there with stuff like Travis and Brain. You're gonna be making your way through this parkour. Around here. Into there. Take the bombs. Get past the mimic. And make your way into this room. Now, rest is self-explanatory. Jump down just like you always gotta do. Into the foundation. And the tape is gonna be sitting right up there. Which I'm gonna get for you guys real quick. Here it is, right on the floor. Okay, I'm a bit buggy on my end right now, so I'm gonna do the rest of this. Okay, now, the camera glitched out and kinda cut back near the end of showing where foundation is. I hope it got everything on camera. Editing me will probably see this. And either corrected or not, I don't really care. But anyways, this is how you find every single VHS tape on the map. I hope I didn't miss anything. And if you like to drop a comment down below, feel free to do so. It just helps me get bigger on YouTube and start a proper career on here. And don't forget to click that hype button if that is available for you. It's always kind of a 50-50 to do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can use all these different items or the local teleporter. That is it for today's video. Have a good day, everyone.